We are back in the car today. I am headed through Lindstrom on my way to Blaine, and I'm looking for a cover for my truck, for the truck bed. Since we got the bumper pull instead of the fifth wheel, now I have bed space in a truck that I need to secure. We're going to secure it with either a tonneau cover or a camper shell. One of the problems that I have is this auxiliary fuel tank in the back of the truck bed here, and it's going to be hard to tell on camera, but it is just a little teeny tiny bit above the height of the bed. And the tonneau covers fit down inside of the bed, so they are flush with the surface of the bed of the truck. So that might be an issue. There's a little rubber mat here underneath of the fuel tank that may give me some more room, but may cause some problems with the fuel line. The fuel line should be flexible enough to handle it, but we'll have to, figure that out as we go. If there's enough room on both sides of the tank for all of the mechanisms that need to go in there, and the lid of the tank can still open because there's some tool storage up in the lid of the tank area. And then the next thing is the tonneau cover has to roll back far enough, which if the tank can be opened, then it's definitely rolling back far enough that I can get fuel into the fuel filler hole in the tank. All of these complications. So the other alternative is to get a truck topper, a camper shell, whatever you guys call it in your neck of the woods. I've always called it a camper shell. Around here in Wisconsin, they call it a topper. It's the fiberglass cover that goes on top of the truck bed. And then again, I have all of those same problems. Am I going to lose access to that tool storage? Probably not. Or am I going to lose access to that fuel filler? I know they make camper shells, toppers that have the sideways doors that open up from the outside, which is going to be important, or they have windows that slide forward and back, and usually they slide in the back and not in the front. So there's all kinds of complications. I'm going out to a showroom and we'll see how much they can show me and answer my questions, and it's an hour drive out and it's an hour drive back, so we're gonna get that done. Yay, fun stuff. A friend of mine stopped over the other day and he was telling me this story about how bad the windstorms were and how the power was out everywhere. And it was just kind of crazy. And he brings up this story about, I was going through this town and I saw an RV in pieces all over the road. I mean, there was pieces on the southbound side, there were pieces on the northbound side, and it's between, this town and this town. And I'm like, I have an RV that's on the side of the road for sale between this town and this town. He's like, oh, no, your RV's fine. I'm like, dude, you could have led with that. It was crazy. I was a little worried there. I hope everybody was safe in this. This RV is absolutely gone. It's a fifth wheel. I don't know if you can see it in the video because I'm taking it. I don't want to step in the guy's front yard and be all over his business. But the frame is twisted hard and the box is gone. And I don't see any debris all over the side of the road in this area. So I was looking for it. I was on alert. I saw it. I was a little shocked. So this reinforces our belief. If you guys don't know, if you haven't ever talked to us before, we do not stay in our RV when the winds are above 40, 45 miles an hour. And we probably don't stay in our RV overnight when the winds are above 20 miles an hour. It's really hard to sleep when your entire house is rocking all around you and all of the noise that goes along with that. And I have had trees fall on my house before. I have had a house condemned because a tree fell on it. I do not mess around with storms, and y'all should stay safe out there. Most of these campgrounds, they don't maintain the trees very well, especially the state parks or the Corps of Engineer parks. It's just not their priority. It's not why they're there. So be safe, take it under advisement. Hotel room's $100 a night, ish, depending on where you are. And good night's sleep is worth it. So $100 a night divided by 2 people, $50 each for a good night's sleep. It's not bad every so often. Let it be about laying down memories, not about worrying to death about storms. Stay safe, y'all. That was an interesting, if not eye-opening, if not scary experience, and the road is a little bumpy right now, so that's fun. Get out of that lane. There are so many options. Do you have dualies? Yes. Do you have a step tailgate? Yes. Do you have a long bed? Yes. Okay, well, let's just add another $1,000 to the price. That was fun. It's looking like it's going to be somewhere above $4,000 to get a truck topper on this, and I don't know if it's worth it. I cannot put a tonneau cover on it. They make a couple of different kinds of tonneau covers in style, let alone in size and functionality, and I break all of the rules for tonneau covers. And let me explain this to you a little bit. So I have this fuel tank in the back of the truck bed here. which would be fine for a tonneau cover. They make tonneau covers that work with these guys that install in front of the fuel tank and only go to the back of the bed, and it's fine. I need to open my toolbox on top of my fuel tank. They don't make one that allows you to open your toolbox on top of your fuel tank with the fuel tank toolbox combo thing that I have. I could get it and modify it, and then there's this, 4-inch gap that I can shove my hand in. That's kind of a pain. All of these things have problems, and all of these things have solutions, and all of these solutions involve money. Kind of the way things are. There are soft tonneau covers, there are hard tonneau covers, there are lids, there are roll-up door type tonneau covers, like you have for, security doors downtown in the cities. But essentially what it comes down to is a handful of options. Number one, I can get rid of the fuel tank, and then every option is available. I don't think I want to do that just yet, this early on in the trip. I can get a smaller tonneau cover and modify it. I don't think I want to do that, because it has a big old gap on it, and what's the point if you can still get inside of it if you try hard enough? I guess you can get inside of any of them if you try hard enough. I can get a truck topper. Now the truck topper adds a whole bunch of other issues. In order for me to add fuel with a truck topper, I either need to climb inside the truck bed and hope that the diesel hose is long enough, which means I can't really store anything in the truck bed because I'd have to be able to get up to the front of the back of the bed. It's all relative depending on which side of the truck you're looking at. Or they make wind doors. And the wind doors allow you to open up from the outside, which is nice. And then I can shove the fuel hose through the topper into the fuel filler neck thing that's on the fuel cell. It's not really a fuel cell, it's a fuel tank. Diesel doesn't have that problem. If this was gas, it'd be a whole different set of issues. And again, I can save a lot of money by getting rid of the fuel tank. Or I can spend a lot of money, get rid of this fuel tank, and get one that goes under the bed inside of the frame. All of this is just a lot of money. So I decided to go get lunch. White Castle was nearby. I haven't had White Castle in a while, and I figured, well, let's try it. Huge line at the White Castle, to the point where I just gave up and went next door to the Mexican restaurant. Got me a birria-style chimichanga. Wise choice. And a little relaxation after my stressful trip to the truck accessory store and to White Castle, because it was really, really stressful, and I really, really needed the help. I did a bunch of research, and I found out that the truck topper or the tonneau cover or the tailgate down, none of them make a significant impact on fuel savings. So it's kind of a toss-up. It doesn't matter. Get the one that suits your needs. The truck topper does cause some problems with visibility. Not enough that I'm worried about it, but I'm not the only one driving the truck, so there's that. Stewardship, if you will. So I appeal to you, O people of wisdom. What should I do? Leave a message in the comments down below. Let me know what you all think. Truck topper or tonneau cover, or get rid of fuel cell, or add new fuel cell underneath the truck bed, and then it still opens up the truck topper or tonneau cover debate anyway. No matter how you slice it, it's money. In the meantime, there's a video right up here I think you'll enjoy next. I'll see you over there.